Time again for StoryCorps, the project recording conversations between loved ones. Today we'll hear from Tony Perry, who sat down with his 20-year-old grandson, Jeffrey. In the early 1970s, Tony was a married man living with Jeffrey's grandmother and their children. Then Tony told his wife that he was gay. It was something that he'd been advised not to share years earlier.
I remember when I was about 17, I went to confess and told a priest that I thought there was something a little different in me, that I was attracted to men, and the only advice he gave me was, be careful who you tell that to, son. So I didn't tell anybody for another 17 years. And the next person I told after that priest was your grandmother. I could not, in all good conscience, stay in the marriage. It wasn't fair to Grandma. It wasn't fair to the children. It wasn't fair to me. And one thing your grandmother had asked me to do when we separated was, please never tell the children. But there reached a period of time that I had to really sit down with each of the kids and just say the word gay. I am gay. But coming out to you was probably the most proudest moment I've ever had. You were 9 years old, and Uncle John and I had just split up, and you came to visit me. You had asked, where did Uncle John sleep? So I was very honest with you and said, Uncle John and I shared a room. I remember you asking me, does Grandma Shirley know you're gay? And then you asked me, does my father know you're gay? Does my mother know you're gay? And I didn't lie to you. And that's what I've strived for all my life, just to live honestly. And many years I did not, even though I loved Grandma Shirley very much and I loved being a father. I just felt I was not living an honest life.
I like to tell people that you paved the way for me. But when I came out of the closet, the first person to know wasn't you, Papa. I was, I think, afraid of, what you would think. Would you be afraid for me? I was
very real. I had all those.
Yeah, so I didn't tell you right away. But I'm so lucky to have you in my life. You are my role model, and it's a privilege to have you as a grandpa.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Love you too.
Tony Perry with his grandson Jeffrey Perry in Rochester, New York. Their conversation will be archived at the Library of Congress along with all StoryCorps interviews. Subscribe to the project's podcast at npr.org.